You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video we're going to talk some Godzilla, but this time we're going to talk some 2018. It's been a while since I brought it up, and a lot of you guys have been asking questions about where Rodan fits into the story that I've been describing the last couple of videos. So I'm not going to get into the origins too much, because if you saw my Let's Talk Rodan video, that's kind of my origin story. And to be quite honest, I think Rodan, of all the monsters, is probably the one monster that doesn't have a difficult origin to tell. So we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. And the question is, after everything I've described regarding Ghidorah and Mothra, where does Rodan fit into this? Well, you know, when I think about Rodan, I think this could be one kaiju that could have a pretty interesting debut. So we know that he's a pteranodon, and I think this is the one monster Legendary should bring in, with humanity looking at it a little bit differently. He doesn't look like the Muto, which look like aliens. Obviously does not look like Godzilla, but he looks very familiar to humanity. And while humanity still is a little bit skeptical and obviously a little bit scared, they're not as fearful of Rodan because of the familiarity, because he looks like, oh, he looks like he could have been a dinosaur, only larger. He looks like he could have been from, you know, he looks like he could have been a dinosaur that we just haven't found yet. Maybe there's fossils deep in the earth we don't know about, and Rodan turned out to be one of the last remaining living, you know, dinosaur type pteranodons that we didn't know, that had no idea existed. So now, instead of Rodan being the monster in the movie that causes havoc and that causes issues, they can make us sympathize for this monster. You know, now the humans are chasing him. Humans are going after Rodan, and Rodan can be the monster that has a lot of things to worry about. I would debut him in the third movie, and in this movie, I would make him and Godzilla adversaries, but I would make Rodan the bottom of the food chain in Godzilla's world. Yes, Godzilla hunts Rodan species to feed. And now that he knows Rodan's alive, that's how this starts. And so you couple that with the fact that humans are also after him. Now Rodan has a sense of sympathy. Something that most of these monsters are not going to have. So they duke it out. They fight. And the way I see it happening is, you know, we've seen the Toho movies where Rodan and Godzilla team up. And yeah, they've had their conflicts before. And I kind of want to keep that theme. And I still want them to team up, but it obviously has to happen differently. It can't just be like Mothra pops up and starts saying, hey, you guys got to get along. And it can't be them communicating some way. It has to be tragic. And I think the best way for this to happen is Ghidorah comes into the play and starts basically kicking both their asses, because that's what Ghidorah does. And they're reluctant. And somehow maybe the filmmakers can make it so that you could see this reluctance between Godzilla and Rodan to fight Ghidorah together. Because they're natural enemies. Godzilla's hunt Rodans. Rodans, you know, are eaten by Godzillas. The last thing Rodan wants to do is team up with Godzilla. And the last thing Godzilla wants to do is team up with Rodan. He wants to eat him. So, and it's a very different, you know, it's funny because that wasn't my original idea. I just thought it would be nice to have one of these monsters have a sympathetic view from the human standpoint, because of the fact, or not the human standpoint in the movie, but us viewers, because of the fact that you can't see Godzilla with sympathy. You know, you can't see Ghidorah with sympathy, Mothra, or the Muto, obviously. So if Rodan was hunted by humans, hunted by Godzilla, and now being, you know, dealt with with Ghidorah, he would be in that position to be one of those characters in the movie that steals the show. Kind of like what Hulk did in the Avengers. You know, he wasn't the main attraction. Iron Man was, and maybe Captain America, but he stole the moments that he was in. Rodan could do the same. And that would be awesome. It would make the movie more exciting. It would make it very nostalgic for obviously the hardcore fans who like when Godzilla and Rodan team up. And I think it would be fun for viewers as well. I mean, Godzilla's been solo the first two movies, so why not have an ally for once? And then a conflicted ally at that. And then on top of that, these are large animals that are just doing their natural thing. This is not natural, so how does it happen? And I think that's the challenge. I think the challenge is displaying this effort to work together in such a way that it's not cheesy. And that's the hard part. And I think it would have to be, you know, out of a surprise. Like, maybe Ghidorah's kicking the shit out of Godzilla, and Rodan comes in and interferes, and Rodan does it because Rodan knows if Godzilla gets killed, Rodan's next. Rodan feels that Godzilla is the best chance they have to win or survive. So it would be interesting if they ever went that route and they would try and display that. And then after that, I would probably have Rodan and Godzilla go their separate ways. Just kind of give each other a look of respect. Like, thank you, and you can hunt me later. I'll eat you later. Peace out. So, but that's as simple as it is. I don't think you need to get difficult with Rodan. His origin doesn't have to be difficult. Even his storyline doesn't have to be difficult. I mean, they'll probably make him the kind of character that does go out there and wreak havoc. But I don't know. That's just me. I thought it would have been kind of cool to have one of these animals not be so hostile and to give the viewer something different, something unexpected. And then on top of that, the big payoff is that these two enemies reluctantly work together to take down a greater foe. But that's just me. So that's where Rodan would fit into my world. If you want to know more about like his origins, stuff like that, I have a video called Godzilla 2018, Let's Talk Rodan, where I went into a little bit more detail. But outside of that, that's how my trilogy would go. You guys know it now. How I did the Mothra thing, and how I did the Ghidorah thing, and now how I work Rodan into it. And yeah, that's that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.